No, ma'am. Testing, testing, testing out the sound. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody. So we're going to get started. Give me 1 second. Let me just move some stuff around here so I can see everybody. But today, I'm not going to promise I'm going to do this every day. But you guys know what I'm doing right now is hey, Trees, you can hear me? Awesome. So if you don't know, from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I those are from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my office hours, is when my clients can connect with me either on GroupMe or through text or through Facebook Messenger and email and ask me questions that's related to their businesses, right? So one of my amazing longtime clients, Jackie Buckmeyer, she's the CEO and founder of the Kitchen Don't Scare Me movement. Yesterday she was like, Coach, how about you do some like a live Q&A so we can come on and ask our questions. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. So for today, again, I won't be able to do this every day, do live Q&As, but those of you guys who are my clients and you're watching this, you should be getting an email, where you will be getting an email in 2 minutes giving you the exact Zoom link. So that way you guys can join me on the screen. You don't have to have your cameras on. I know it's in the middle of the day. You guys are probably running around getting stuff done, but you also want to ask some questions about your business. So for those of you who are my clients, you can definitely hop on the screen or just, ask your questions off without your camera on. And this is awesome because I like doing these Q&As. I call these my success sessions. And I like doing these Q&As because not only can I answer your question, if I need to show you guys my screen and give you guys some examples of stuff that you want to look at or you need to work through, we can do that here. So I am doing this live. I'm actually live on my YouTube channel. The reason why I'm live on my YouTube channel, is so I don't have to download the live and upload it onto YouTube. Okay, this is going to save me like 2 steps. So basically, I'm live on my YouTube, so that way when we're done with this success session Q&A, you guys can go back and watch the replay. Okay. So as I mentioned, I won't be doing this every single day, but I will try to do it every now and then and I'm sorry guys about my camera. My nephew's using my camera right now for his remote learning class. So that's why I'm a little bit foggy. But one more time, how does my sound? I got a brand new cord. Someone suggested that I go to the guitar store and get some devices for my sound to make my sound a little better. I know this is super weird for me because I have to speak closer to the mic, which I didn't know that I was supposed to do when I originally purchased this mic. Um, but it does, from my end, I do notice that the sound sounds way better when I'm more up closer to the mic. And if you're watching this replay on my YouTube channel, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button if you're watching now on YouTube, whether you're watching this on the replay. Hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell button and make sure you change your settings to from highlights to all, so you can get all of my videos. All right, so we're going to wait for everyone to hop on. I do see that the email blast did go out to all of my clients, having suggesting that they hop on and ask me questions. This is Q&A time, and I will also be getting some work done as well while I'm waiting for you guys to get on and ask questions. And plus, I want to show you guys some stuff I've been working on as well. Okay. Wait for your teacher to come on. She'll be on. Nothing can keep me from you. No, I'm on the wrong screen. Thank you, trees. We're gonna move y'all over a bit. So I can grab. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, guys. I was muted when I was just saying that last point. I was saying that for those of you who are my clients who are going to be joining me on the Zoom, I will be adding you guys to the screen one at a time. It won't be Brady Bunch. I just want to give everybody their own individualized attention and answer. So once you guys come on to the Zoom, which the email did just go out. So those of you guys who are my clients and you're watching this on my YouTube channel, check your email right now or check. I'm about to actually send a text out right now for you guys to get the link to join me on Zoom to ask your questions. All right. I see that we have two ladies. I see who's Catalin? Who's Catalin Daniels? I'm sorry. Is that Caitlin? Oh, I'm sorry. My sister said it's Caitlin. Did I just say Catalin? My sister had to correct me, child. She said it is Caitlin. Is that right, Caitlin? Thank you, Shanta. So I see Caitlin on here. I see Shanta on here. Here's how we're going to be doing this success session Q&A. I'm going to add you guys to the screen one at a time. Trying to change my name. What is your name? Actual name? Oh, Felicia. Why it says Caitlin? And are you under somebody else's account? Sometimes that happens. With our kids doing all this remote learning, we could actually be under their Zoom account and not even realize it. Ooh. Jackie, y'all, listen, huge shout out to Jackie. Jackie gave me this idea to do a live Q&A session. I'm not going to be doing these every day though, but I will try to do these at least once a week where you guys, if you're a client of mine, only if you're a client of mine, you could come on and ask me your questions here on Zoom. I will be adding you guys one at a time to the panel. I'm actually going to add Jackie first and then Felicia after her. I did see Shanta pop on, but maybe she popped off. My daughter changed my name. Okay. Well, I could change your name from here, Felicia, actually. I mean, it won't reflect on your account, but at least on here, everybody knows that you're Felicia, honey. Let me add it here. So Jackie, I'm going to add you first to the screen. And again, guys, you got to come on with a question. This is not Kiki time. Y'all know I love to do the Kiki. But tonight is about getting things done, getting your work done, getting your business dominating. That's what it's about. Oh, you had a private question. What? Is it super private? You can ask it here. Just type it in where it only comes to me. Yeah. Girl, I know you had a private question. Girl, you had to be specific, honey. You got to be specific. But yeah, if you want to ask it on panel, I'm here. Or you guys can always voice message me on Facebook. It's all good. It's kind of hard to do one-on-ones from 3 to 5 because one-on-ones can take like a whole hour. And I really want to make sure that I'm giving you guys time to ask questions and I can answer your questions. Yeah. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to see what's going on with Shanta because she just hopped off. So let me check to see where she's at so we could get her back on the screen. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. All right, no worries, Jackie. So we could do, Jackie. So for the last, I'm going to be on here for 2 hours. So it's about 3:15 now. I'll be on till 5. So I think the last at 4:30, I can give you like, a one-on-one time since you're in SSA. When will it be if we are still on? Yes, it will be in February, Jackie. I think I texted you back, didn't I? It will be in February. So I'll give you the exact date of when, because let me tell you guys something. Today, this morning, I took my little notepad and started to literally do a brain dumping. I did it around, wasn't this morning? I did around 12 o'clock today, where I sat down on my table and I started to just write out all the things I want to get done this quarter. This quarter. Guys, the reason why I'm doing this quarter is like we think that if we take our dumping list or our to-do list or our vision boards or whatever, and we put it for like everything we want to accomplish in the next 12 months, then we're going to assume that we all have all the time in the world to accomplish it. We're going to assume that we have 12 months. That's how our brain is going to work to accomplish it. And really, you got 3 months to make it happen. So I literally was doing like a full-on brain dumping. I went into what I want to focus on as far as my sales goals, my growth goals, my content calendar. And what I've added for my content calendar was my tribe. Actually started to create what days I'm going to do what each week. So for right now, and I will explain this more in detail for those of you who are going to be joining my town hall call, my Campbell Success town hall live that I'm going to do. What's today? What's today, Melvin? Thursday, right? On Sunday, I'm going to be doing my Campbell Success Town Hall. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look out for that. So I'm going to go more in depth. But I literally scheduled out what days I'm going to do my lives, my live shows, my live trainings, meetings, and things like that. And I just have tons of stuff that I dumped that I want to complete for this year. I got my list for my, hold on one second. I mean, you guys could put on a big notepad if you want. I just put on this piece of paper because it'll be easier for me to find it if I'm ever looking for it. I made a list for my list building masterclass, which I'm going to be doing tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. The StreamYard show that I do every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. I'm a co-host of Christian. I gotta get the pronunciation of his last name. I'm actually a co-host on the show. We do it at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every Saturday. So I had to write a list for things I have to do to prepare for that. Also, my Successpreneur chat show, my Sister to Sister Connection talk show that I do with Tawanta Davis Jones. Jackie, was that your question you wanted to ask, which was about the cooking thing? Or did you have another question, love? Let me know, sis. My Sales Success Academy program, which Jackie's in, yes. My List Building Masterclass Accelerators program, my Sales Success Creators program. Why do I have the Sales Success Academy up here twice? Hold on one second. Let me see. Why do I have that? Yeah, I have two lists for that. So I have to figure out why did I do that. I have a miscellaneous list. Then I have my list for my LinkedIn, y'all. I'm going to really double down on LinkedIn this year. I have a LinkedIn account, but I haven't really been playing around with LinkedIn in 2020. But 2021, your girl is getting on LinkedIn for sure, for sure. And then books. Yeah. So while everybody else is focusing on Clubhouse, I'm gathering up the girls on LinkedIn. Okay. Sometimes it's not good to run with the pack. Sometimes running with the pack can actually cause you to have another distraction in your business. And then you notice all the key points that you're doing that you need to get done in your business, you're not going to be able to get done because you're running with the crowd. You're trying to do, I mean, not trying to say anything bad about venturing out to other platforms, but you got to have your power four. You got to have your power four. What I mean by power four is you got to have 3 platforms that you want to show up on consistently. You want to plug where you know your audience is on, right? And then you have your 4th platform where you want to sort of venture out onto. That's not your main platform, but you're venturing out over there. For me, 2021 is about LinkedIn because you guys know how it is. Let's say Clubhouse does boom next month. Let's say next month it's the things of the things, and people go on there and people are making money on there and things like that. But you know how these platforms are just like Bitcoin. It gets popular and then it dies out. It gets popular. So do not put all your eggs in one basket where you're venturing over to another platform, but then you're spending all your time, energy, and effort there. And then you're leaving your audience where a platform where you're actually your audience is on, you're leaving them aside. You're not giving them no attention because you're running with the pack. Right. And now the girls, the people who are going to end up showing up on that platform where your audience is actually on, and they're going to be gathering the coins up that was really meant to be yours. You may have started off the excitement, but you got distracted and started to play around in somebody else's playground, right? Not remembering that, hell, you got your own playground to play in. Next thing you know, you got other people playing around in your playground. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, cool, Jackie. I'm glad I answered your question. But again, guys, if y'all have any questions, I'm going to be on here till 5, maybe around 4:45-ish. And I'm going to be on here answering you guys' questions. So, Jackie, do you have any business-related questions that you want to come on and ask? If you guys, I did send out the Zoom link for this, so you guys can grab that link and just click on it and come onto the screen. I will be adding you guys to the screen one at a time. So, yeah, let me know. All right, let me see what y'all saying over here. Yeah, right. Tree started laughing at me. Yeah, so you got to be careful, guys. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about that a little bit. Because one of the topics that Christian and I are going to be talking about on the StreamYard channel, we're going to be talking about community and how to build a community, how important it is to build a tribe. Now, here's my strategy for 2021. This is my strategy. Y'all can pick it up. Y'all can put it down. Y'all can put a pin on it. But my strategy for community building is about pivoting. Like I am, at first I was like, and I was talking to Teresa about this last week. I was like, you know what? Let's archive all of my Facebook groups that I have on Facebook. So then I was, after looking at a lot of shows, like just early this morning, I was watching an amazing show somebody was doing. And one of the points that this gentleman made up, his name was Raymond Ray, I think his name was. And he was talking about this. He said, you know what? Don't run from Facebook, because that's what I was going to do. I was like, you know, I'm so sick and tired of these rules that Facebook is Jackie, you have a question, sis? I'm so sick and tired of all these rules Facebook is implementing, and they're specifically implementing these rules for us entrepreneurs. I know some of y'all who don't have a business, or some of y'all who are not working your business as much as you should. You're probably looking at me and saying, "Well, I haven't gotten flagged, or I haven't been put in Facebook jail. Everything's been fine." Because you're not on the you're watching, you're on the platform, but you're not really on the platform. You're really on there for entertainment purposes. You're scrolling through, you're liking videos, you're liking posts, you're commenting. You're good, because Facebook and Instagram wants you. They love you. You're the consumer. Okay. So of course nothing's happening to you. You're great. Your account is fine. But for us entrepreneurs, us women who are out there making money on these platforms, getting clients, getting customers, we are getting hit hard and heavy on these rules, these new regulations, all the things that has been rolled out since October 1st of 2020. We're feeling the grunt of that. So with that said, one of the things I was going to do, I was out of my frustration, right? Was I was going to just not build my community on Facebook. I was going to just say, you know what, I'm going to use platforms like groups.app. I was going to use platforms like GroupMe, other Patreon, other platforms where I can build community and monetize and not have to be constantly regulated. So you guys know the election and everything, that it has changed how we market our businesses online, which is a good and a bad thing, But Raymond, early this morning, he was talking about the fact that don't run for Facebook. Still have your groups on there, but have your real content, whatever you can't put in your groups, or whatever you can't talk about, or whatever you can't post, put it on your other platforms that you're going to pivot your community on. So case example, I have a Facebook group called List Building Mastermind. It's just a free tribe. People join that tribe, and then I pivot them into my program. So one of the things I was going to do, I was going to still have the group. Like I still have that group. I didn't archive it yet. I just haven't been posting in there. I was going to reopen that group up again and just put my traffic in there, but still have people join all of my other platforms like Patreon, group.app, and GroupMe. So that way it could be just another touch. Because one of the things, if you're watching this, one of the things I teach my clients is that, the reason why we built email lists, the reason why we built all these other online communities is so that we can increase the engagement with our target audience. So if you're only showing up on Facebook, you're limiting yourself. If you're only showing up on Instagram, you're limiting yourself. If you're only showing up on LinkedIn, you're limiting yourself. You have to show up for your audience in multiple places. Now, what does multiple places mean? It doesn't mean saying, I'm going to open up a Clubhouse account. I'm going to open up a LinkedIn account. I'm going to open up an Instagram account. I'm going to open up a Facebook account and just syndicate all of my content on there. No, it also means that you got to get those email lists. You got to get people's phone numbers so you can start a text list. So you can start sending out notifications via text, right? I use community.com for my text. You got to use other avenues that is not social media-esque, to communicate with your audience, because Facebook is shut down tomorrow, or it may not shut down tomorrow. Maybe you did something that you was unaware of and you got put in Facebook jail. I just had a client, she just got out of Facebook jail, So there's all these rules and regulations, because listen, y'all, we are in rented space, right? If you have a business page on Facebook, if you have an account on Instagram, you don't own those platforms, but you own your email list. I use Constant Contact for my email, and I'll put my affiliate link here in the chat, but I own that list. I pay a monthly fee every month, right? To put my list on Constant Contact, right? I own my text list on community.com. No, I am not an affiliate of community.com at all. They don't even have an affiliate program yet. I sent them out a message the other day. I'm like, when y'all going to have your affiliate program? Because I would love to promote y'all even more. And they said they're going to have that coming down the pike soon. But I own my text list. I pay a certain amount of money every single month to put my traffic onto that site. But we don't own Facebook, right? We don't own Instagram. And I don't know why on YouTube, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm showing up as if I'm under my mom's account, Patricia Witten. So in the chat, it says Patricia Witten, but that's really me in there. But I don't know. I know why. I see why. I think I should have just changed the default email. Maybe she was using this laptop, unbeknownst to me. But yeah, it's all good. All right. So let's see if there's any questions that came up. Do y'all have any questions about building a community? What are some of the things that you're struggling with? And everything, guys, is in the doing. Every single thing is in the doing. If you're not out there doing it, it's never going to happen. If you're not actually out there doing the work won't pay for itself. It won't at all. So I'm just trying to see where else I have any questions that came up, and I'm going to answer away. All right, let me just double check. Make sure I don't miss anybody. I don't know what the Clubhouse thing is all about. Oh, okay. Someone asked, Jackie asked that she doesn't know what the Clubhouse thing is about. So for my understanding of what Clubhouse is, now I have several people reaching out to me in the inbox, telling me, hey, here's a link, get on Clubhouse, Letitia, get on Clubhouse. And I'm like, girl, listen, you stay over there. Okay. I'm good where I'm at. So basically what Clubhouse is, it's a platform where a lot of entrepreneurs are on now. Clubhouse has been around for a while, but a lot of entrepreneurs are starting to venture over to there. A lot of marketers a lot of marketers are starting to venture over onto there. So basically, from my understanding, what Clubhouse is it's a community where you can get in certain rooms. It reminds me of back in when AOL first started. And when AOL first started, y'all listen, I know I'm stating my age here, but when I first got AOL, it was the dial-in setting where was the dial-in set up where the only way we were able to go to the internet was to use the phone line. So my mother used to go crazy because she was like, y'all need to get out the phone. Y'all try to call me. You know what I'm saying? Because, we didn't have like this whole Ethernet, whatever all this plugins is called. We didn't have Wi-Fi, we didn't have Wi-Fi back then. So the only way we were able to go on to the AOL was to use our main phone line. So, and then, call waiting came around and all this other thing, but that was way after. But Clubhouse reminds me of the old AOL days where they create these chat rooms. So when I was using AOL in the beginning, you could create a chat room where people would be in there chatting via text. Like they would be in the chatting via chat room, and you actually see all the chats go down, and you could talk to people in the chat room. With Clubhouse, they just do it with voice. So if you ever use Voxer or any other of those sites where you're in like a group message or even Facebook Messenger, it's like you can like people are like talking and sharing different voice messages within the Clubhouse community. Now, I could be saying like a brief description of it, like a basic description of it. I'm pretty sure a lot of entrepreneurs use it for several different things. But my whole thing of why my whole reasoning of why I haven't gone into Clubhouse is because I don't run with the crowd. I'm sorry, I don't. And God moves me when it's the right time for me to move. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, God is making me, like, when I first heard of Clubhouse and when I first heard of it, I was like, okay, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? That's cute. And then I noticed more and more people in my industry was running over there. I was like, first of all, Tisha don't run when other people be running, because I've been on the internet for over 10 years. I've been in the MySpace age. I've been in the chat line, Facebook, not Facebook, but AOL days. I mean, there was Periscope. I mean, there was so many different platforms that I've seen in these past 10 plus years that have started and left in a blink of an eye. And if you're an entrepreneur like me who has been online for a long time, you don't run what everybody else is running. You ask yourself, I'm going to do it, my stuff, in a strategic way that once I do show up on a platform, I have an audience that's going to come with me. So that's another reason why. Another reason why is that it's just going to be another distraction. Because guys, even if you do have a team, right? There's two types of entrepreneurs. This first type is where you're a one-woman show, where you're doing everything. You're doing your own graphics, you're doing your own posts, you're doing everything in your business. You don't have anybody helping you. You don't have a VA. You don't have any designers. You don't have a tech team. So you're doing everything by yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it is if you want to really grow and scale, you need help. So, are you the type of entrepreneur like myself who has a team? I have Therese. I have several other people that helps me out with my business. But even whether you have help or you don't have help in your business, if you're whatever you add on to add on to your business as another platform to market what you do on, it's another distraction, right? So if you're doing this by yourself, you're a solopreneur, and you're already showing up on Facebook, you're already showing up on LinkedIn, you're already showing up on Twitter, you're already showing up on TikTok, you're already showing up on all these different places. Now you're adding an eighth platform. Like let's say like Clubhouse may be just the eighth platform that you're going to add, or maybe the 10th platform that you're going to add. And you got to nurture your customers and clients at the same time, right? And you got to close on the back end, because the back end stuff never changes. No matter what extra platform that you're using, if your conversion on the back end ain't working, honey, you ain't going to make no more money. You're just going to show up on another platform, right? So it's another distraction. And even if you have a team, you're like, oh, hey, I have a team, so hell, we can get on another platform. Honey, your VA team, your tech team, you're gonna be spending money to have somebody manage another platform. And I know some of y'all who are like avid Clubhouse user right now are going to look at this video. You're going to say, well, I'm on there and it's simple, it's easy, it's this and that. Because honey, because you have the time. You probably not as busy as I am. No shade, but you're probably not as busy as I am. Mama is booked and busy. Okay, don't come over here and put no shadiness in my comments. I will step down off my throne and throw tomatoes at you too. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is this: don't add another distraction. Stay the course. Continue to show up where you know your audience is on. If I see everybody in my industry who's also a coach in my lane, and they telling me to go over there, I'm going to be going over there. It'll be the same people that do what I do on there. So what's the point? You got to show up on the platforms where you know your audience is on there, and the people who has a particular pain point is on that platform. Honey, if you're showing up on platforms where people are making 6, 7, 8, 9 figures, and you're trying to talk about, well, I'm going to be on, I'm going to help you make money. Girl, people already making money over there. Why are you looking stupid showing up? You got to show up on platform where people are naked. Okay. Not physically, You feel me? You got to show up on platforms where people are in need. You got people, listen, you got to show up on platforms where you got people suffering. They need your product, your service, your course. They need whatever. You ain't going to show up on a platform where people are already making money and people are already, you know, buying Lamborghinis and houses and going and on islands and stuff. Because all you're going to be doing is showing up on that platform and having a conversation and no conversion. And that's just real. And so that is the reason why I have not shown up on Clubhouse, if y'all been wondering. And I know I talked about this on my behind the success series, but it's just down to earth. Now, again, hell, I may just be wrong. Clubhouse may pivot and grow and dominate. But honey, when the Lord moves me, the Lord moves me. And that's all it is with that. Okay, so I hope that answered your question, Jackie. I know I gave the long answer to that question because I know that there may be people who are watching this replay and is going to want to have other layers of questions to that. But yeah, guys, so let's go back to the core of your business, which is you sitting down and adding and creating your dumping list. Why do we dump? Just think of dumping, right? You go to the bathroom and you just purge it out, all the things that don't need to be in your body, right? It's the same type of terminology with your business. You're dumping out all the things that is staying in your head that's not growing in your head. Some of the ideas that we have in our minds, that stays in our minds, stays there and it gets funky, it gets stinky because you're not getting it out. You're not putting it on paper, right? You discover a lot when you dump. You do. Like I put so much on my dumping list. And when I created my calendar, I had to sit back and say, you know what? I got to eliminate some of the things that I had planned to do in this quarter of this year and say, you know what? I got to do that in the second quarter. Because when I looked at, like, when I create this simple calendar where I mapped out, like, okay, these are all the things I need to get done for the week, like all the talk shows I want to do, all of the classes I want to do. I had to then say, well, how about I upload this video instead of doing it live? Or how about I do this particular show the next quarter, because then it will fit in and fall in line with my schedule. So for those of you who are inside of my Sales Success Academy course, that's my 16-week course, it will go down to being a 12-week course instead of a 16-week course. And we might end up starting in April. But in the meantime, does that make sense? In the meantime, I will be like doing more like mini one-on-ones with y'all until then, because there's so much going on. I do want to go back to doing events this year. I do. I'm still waiting to hear back from a few people, mainly how many actual people can physically come to the event. So they will be like limited seats, like us entrepreneurs. When we say there's a limited amount of seats, there is actually a limited amount of seats. We're not saying that to create some sort of a sense of urgency. Like it's a real limited amount of seats. But yeah, so I really want to get into doing that. I will have more stuff to talk about when it comes to all the things I have coming up on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I do my town hall, my Campbell Success town halls. I will have more of that for you guys. Jackie, you have any other questions, sis? I see you on here, love. You have any other questions, doll? And again, guys, I will be doing these live success sessions, Q&A. I should call it success Q&A session for you guys at least once a week. Oh, good. Okay, great. Hold on 1 second, guys. I need to switch my camera. Hold on. Stick it in and I'll put this up here. I've been fuzzy, y'all, because no, I can't go on that side. That's the fit. Take this out. I got my cameraman up here. All right, we're back in action. Woo! All right, let me see how I look now. Yes, I look so clear, y'all. It's me. I'm here. Jackie, you want to come on the screen? Oh, I look so. Let me check it out on the tube, honey. Let me see how I look on the tube. And the reason why, guys, this is live on YouTube also because I don't want to upload it and then I don't want to download it off of my computer and upload it onto YouTube. It's just going to be another step. But before I add you on, Jackie, let me see myself in the tube, honey. Let me see. Look. Hold on, put you on mute so the playback doesn't go off. One. Oh my God, I look so much better. All right, Jackie, I'm going to add you to the screen. And mamas, you don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. Okay, it's all up to you. Let me just change my settings here. That's one so that when you do come on, you don't have to allow panelists to unmute themselves, allow panelists to rename themselves, allow panelists to start video. Okay, now you're all set. And I'm going to add you to the panelists. To the panel. Hey, Jackie, can you hear me? Hey, girl, how you doing?
I am doing well. I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yes, you look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I came on because I have a little bit more time now and I have to start building my list. So I need to start I just wanted to let people know that it, like you said, you have to start working it to make it happen. So
Yes.
I'm about to start building my list. All the time you have been saying build your list, build your list. So this week, well, I said this week that I'm going to start going over all the courses that you have
Yes.
in where is it? Google Docs. Is that where it is? Where
Yes,
we
it's in
find all
there.
the, yeah. So I have to go through all of those, and then when you have these Q&As, I will probably have questions then. But I just wanted to say yes, you have to do the work, and it just doesn't happen by osmosis. So I don't have a list as yet, and I should have like a list, 100,000 people on there, but I'm going to start. So we'll monitor how I'm doing. So I just wanted to come on and say, yeah, that's one of the courses
Amazing.
that I have to do now that I have a little bit more time.
Yes, I know you do, and you're gonna dominate for sure. So, okay, so you mentioned that you're gonna go back and check out all the trainings and stuff, but
But
I
I have
don't.
to start someplace. I have to start at the very beginning because I have nothing.
Yeah.
Except what we had started something, but I still don't even have that.
Do you have the constant contact account up yet? Because that's the first thing that you want
No,
to
I don't have
use.
a constant contact. No, I don't have that account. I think we had started me off on Mailchimp, but
MailerLite. I
I
think we did.
yeah, Mail yeah.
Yeah, Teresa's on
One
here.
of one of them, and I didn't I still even didn't start doing anything with that at that point.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna have Teresa go back and see what we did for you originally, and we could just build off of that.
Yeah, and if I need to go on constant contact, then that's where we'll go.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I think you should because it's more features and stuff. But yeah,
but
yeah.
but I'm not sure if, well, that's something else we'll do private.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's just, you don't want to put everything out there.
I get it. I get it, Mama. I get it. Yes, but what do you have going on now? Are you going to do your recipe book? Like, what do you have going on
Well,
now?
right now, I want to start on also building my Plexus business, but concentrate. I I'm working with my daughter, and we need to. I haven't thought about the recipe book, but we do need to go there. But the last thing I was working on is for the things that we're going to be doing together. I started, like, I have my February stuff together, and then I
Mm-hmm.
was going to start on the stuff for Q1. Then I'm going to start that Plexus business, because that I need to have cash coming in,
Yes.
and that is an opportunity to have some cash coming in.
Yeah, for sure. Every month, every month you're going to have that cash coming in. And then what's awesome about that is that you can sort of test things out within my current community with that too. I think you're going to discover some new ideas as well as we do this every single month. So just so you guys know, Jack is going to be coming in and doing like a special cooking night for my clients, and that's going to be amazing. It's going to be really awesome. Yeah.
Right. That's that's where I am. So I am excited. I Right now I'm still in get yourself together mode, but starting next, I've been working nonstop for many years. So
Yeah.
now is the time. I'm taking it easy, but easy isn't gonna pay the bill. So it's time to work.
It's time to work. And you know what? Now you have to go back to, and I'll send you this form after this, building your dreamy customer or client. Let's go back to that. Like, who is she? What is she looking for? What is her biggest need? And start to build up that Kitchen Don't Scare Me community that you have already on Facebook, but also asking yourself, where else can you build that community? Can you build it on group.apps? Can you build something like that on Patreon?
I
Like
don't
where,
even know what those things are.
well, no, it's great. So what group.app is and Patreon is that you can start to build a paid membership program on these platforms where people are paying you every single month to get your recipes from you, to get your meal ideas from you, to get your live, Q&A cooking sessions from you. So they get like exclusive content from you, but more attention than somebody would if they was just in a free group or something like that. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
So
Okay.
what I love about memberships is that that's residual revenue coming into your household every month. And you can only, with memberships, you only have to focus on a one particular need for your audience. So if it's just, hey, I need to figure out what my meal plan needs to be for the week, that's something that you can share in that community. That's one particular challenge that you can solve for your audience. And then you can pivot your clients from that community to your higher ticket programs. But starting off with a membership, that's constant income every month. That's people. If you get like 200 people in there and they're paying you $25 a month, that's a good amount of change every month that you're getting. But all you're doing is just adding in value in those communities.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll talk
Okay.
about that more.
Okay, dear. Thank
All
you.
right. You're
Thanks
welcome.
for
Thank you for coming on.
thanks for having me. Had a great time. Take care.
Anytime.
Have
Anytime. That was
Okay, dear. Bye,
awesome.
everyone.
Bye bye. Yes. Jackie Buckmeyer was in the building. Oh, I love Jackie. I love you, Jackie. Yes. Jackie has been a longtime client of mine, I think all the way back since 2017. Right, Therese? Since it's been 2017, girl, it's been a while. But, Jackie has an amazing business. It's called the Kitchen Don't Scare Me movement. And a lot of times, guys, we think when a tragedy comes up or when an unexpected circumstance comes up, we sometimes think, oh, it's the end of the world. But that just may be the start of something great. It just may be the start of something great. It reminds me of back when I was back in 2017 when I found that I was pregnant with my fourth child, baby V. And I was sitting back and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to have to go back to work, after she's born. It really sickened me. But really, in that moment, it was an opportunity for me to haul ass, as one of my clients, Charmaine, would say, and start to get things done in my business. Like, when I found that I was pregnant with her, I was getting so scared. Like, oh my gosh, she's going to be due in October. By January, I have to go back to work. Do I really want to do that? Do I really want to have to leave her, another baby, with somebody else, So that was like the drive for me to do whatever I needed to get done to leave. And sometimes, guys, one simple thing can make a big difference. I'm gonna repeat this again. One simple thing can make a big difference. So my simple strategy that I used to leave my corporate job forever was live streaming. I was going live 3, 4, 5 times a day. And I say this over and over again. Sometimes you guys are, well, she says it all the time because that's what I did. See, the problem is that people are not willing to do what you did to get the results that they see you have. So when I went live all those times, yes, there was times before I hit that go live button, I was tired, or I was crying, or I was frustrated, or I was like, oh my God, I've been doing this for a month and I'm not seeing results. And all of a sudden you have that month where you just start to pivot. People start to fall out of the sky, basically, right? Because you were so consistent that now the work that you put in pays for itself. Listen, y'all, we got to stop blaming other people for our lack of success. You need to stop blaming your husband. You need to stop blaming your job. You need to stop blaming the lack of a job. You need to stop blaming the government. Stop blaming other people, places, and things for the fact that you didn't make the choice to hit that go live button, or you didn't make the choice to sit in front of your laptop from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. We all make choices. I'd rather be tired later. I rather work through my tiredness and weariness now so that I can have the award, and then I can have my time to sleep, to rest, and what have you later on. But we got to stop coming up with all these excuses of why we're at the place we are at today. The number one reason why you're not where you're at today is solely because of you. You are the common denominator. There's certain things that happen in your life that, not the fact that you caused, but you played a part in that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to sit back, write out your dumping list, get some stuff done. Like, I'm going to find a way, come hell or high water. Okay. Let me tell y'all something about your coach, Letitia Campbell. I'm going to find a way to make stuff happen. If I have to be up till 3:00, if I have to sacrifice getting my nails done for a little bit, if I have to sacrifice, doing whatever it is that finds me joy, just so that I can make sure that my children eat. That is what's so important to me, because I've seen my mom feed us and she went days without eating. I seen my dad wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to help somebody on the side of the road with a flat tire, and they paid him $50 for that. I seen my dad go from house to house. I see my brother go from house to house and say, hey, can I cut your grass? Can I shovel your snow? Right? I see my uncles make saver plates and cook, and people will pay for, the food and everything. I've seen it. Like, listen, y'all, there's always a way to get out of your dark hole, but you got to do the work. And some of y'all feel that maybe doing the work, well, you may feel embarrassed. Oh, maybe the amount of work that you have to do, you may feel embarrassed because other people are watching and saying, girl, you got to do all that to make money. Yes. So that I'm not borrowing money for you anymore. So either way, people are going to talk about you and have something to say about you, whether you are successful or whether you're not successful. It doesn't matter. They're still going to have something to say. I had one of my clients, Maria Morales, on my show the other day, and she said she has made so much money in trading that still her mom calls her and say, girl, you got to stop doing what you're doing. It's too risky. What we're doing, us being entrepreneurs, us being Black entrepreneurs, for other people in our family, in our media circle, is too risky. Girl, don't you know you should just find another job? Don't you know that you should be working? Y'all, having a job these days is risky too now. Hell, you having a job right now, you're more at risk than I am. I'm always going to make money every day. But hell, tomorrow your job, God forbid, can fire you. And forget about your pension, forget about your 401k, because if you ain't got no money, you're going to be borrowing out of that. Forget about all that. They will let your ass go. And not think twice, 2 times. Let me please understand. Do y'all hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Listen, they will let your ASS entire whole go. Okay, they will. They will. They will. I got to come to that realization that all you have is you. All you have is what you is in your hand, what's in your mind, and the skill and talent that God gave you. My father was a mechanic. That was his gift. Jackie, you are a bomb.com cook. That is your gift. We have to work within our gifts. But you know what, y'all? See, I'm not going to come up here and say that your gift ain't going to make you angry sometimes. I'm going to come up here and say your gift is not going to tire your behind completely out sometimes, because it will. We get tired for working our gifts every day. It's tiring. My dad's gift would keep my father up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but it was his gift. And when come push came to shove, his job wasn't always paying the bills, but his gift was paying the bills, because what he knew how to do was fix cars. And that's what his gift, and that's what he did. So even with or without a job, my father tried to work his gift even when he was sick. Honey, we had to pull him out of the garage. There was one time he almost set the house on fire, because when he started to get sick, he forgot about certain precautions he had to take when he was fixing cars and stuff. And child, that's a long story. He had to run outside and whew. But your gift will make room for you if you let it. And I'm not going to be on here and lie to y'all. You could be out there. Building a business ain't easy. Building a business, y'all, is hard. It's hard. It's tiring. It's a lot of work. You got to be a strong person. You don't even got, when I say be a strong person, somebody are going to look at me and say, well, I'm not a strong person. You could become a strong person by, when I wake up in the morning, I do several things. I said, you know what? I'm going to get ready for the no's right now so that I don't get offended. Because a lot of times, let me tell you, if you're a girl like me, when you hear no too many times, it starts to get to you, or you start to get a little bit nasty with people. Like, girl, you know you need my stuff. Stop acting like you don't. But it's like, our gifts will in fact make room for us if we let it, and it's hard work working in our gifts, but it's so rewarding. Because you know what? I look at it like this. I have 5 children, and I'm home with my 5 children. Not a lot of girls can say that. Not a lot of women can say. A lot of times, like, the more people are out there working 3, 4, 5 jobs with 5 kids. I don't have a job. I live in one of the most expensive states in the country. And I have not worked for anybody in the past 3 years. Y'all need to follow people who are doing it. Forget about how they doing it. You got to follow people who are doing it. See, let me tell you something. I had to stay when this pandemic started to become what it is today. I had to literally stop talking to broke-minded people. Listen, y'all, everyone under the sound of my voice, please stop listening and having conversations with broke.com people, because you will stay in the broke.com ministry. You have to start talking to people who are doing something. They don't have to be at a high 8-figure, 10-figure level. You got to be more around movers and shakers, even through a pandemic, even through a election, even through whatever. If you see somebody online who's posting all the time, who's going live, who's building connections, building collaborations, you have to get around those individuals, and you have to stay around them. See, you're going to start to notice that those broke-minded people, when you're in that same space, that same mindset space as them, your friendship is going to get closer. Why? Because misery loves company, right? Misery loves company. So of course, oh my God, such and such, we talk every day. Oh, we text every day. Why? Because you just went down 10 levels instead of going up 20. Can I get an amen on that? Hey, Cherise, you just went down 10 levels instead of going up 20. Get away from, let me tell you something. And a lot of times, those people out there who are making it and doing something, you're going to turn around and get mad at them. Right. That's what happens sometimes. Instead of us joining in on this abundance and this increase, you get mad at everybody else who's out there hustling, making shit happen online. Because that's what happened to me. Some people, even some of my clients, would be turned off because they're not doing nothing with their businesses. They're not doing anything with themselves, but I see them act a such a certain kind of way. But then they'll get mad and shut you off and be like, oh, I ain't going to listen to her. I ain't gonna listen to her because she's speaking the things that I should be doing, but instead of me doing it, I'm gonna get angry and I'm gonna stop watching, and that's okay too, because everything comes back to full circle. I'm still gonna be here. I've been here for 10 plus years. Hell, in I'm speaking this into this existence now. In 5-10 years, I may have my own TV show. You never know. You never know what consistency will pay for, because consistency is currency too. Consistency is currency too. You never know what consistency will pay for. I'm gonna let y'all think about that. What are you going to be consistent on for this quarter? If it's just one thing, like I told y'all guys, that one thing that I did back in 2017 has allowed me to leave my job within 8 months. Just from one thing. I didn't even have a website. Y'all, listen, I didn't even have a website. I had my constant contact account though. I didn't have a website. I had my constant contact account and I had PayPal. So once I figured out how to create a PayPal button or a PayPal link so y'all could pay me through my constant contact landing page, Mama mia shantuza. Yes. I was like, I'm in business. I'm going to use this razor blade and this pocket knife and I'm going to start thrashing and let's go. Because the more you keep swinging and cutting, you're going to hit the meat. Y'all get what I'm saying? You don't need much. You just need what's in your hand now. You just need whatever's in your hand now, use it. Whatever's in your hand now, dominate on it. Don't get distracted with the crowd. Because let me tell you something. When you're in the crowd, you are always going to be running. I told you this story back when I was in high school, Westbury High, whoop, whoop. And then y'all ever have this class clown? It could be a guy or girl. They just be the class clown. Y'all always think I was not the class clown in high school. I was really like the shy, timid doll, painted doll. Okay. But I wasn't the class clown. But we had a class clown. His name was Omar Parker, I think. And we would be in the lunchroom and he would just start running. Sorry, y'all, right next to the window. So y'all know I live in New York. All the boys around here be in their mama's car racing it. But they be in their mama car. You know what I'm saying? They be in their mama car. You know, and they mama be like, hey, take my keys, go down to the store, go to the Walgreens, go to CVS, give me some cigarettes. And they be in there racing with get the little girlfriend. They be in there racing with their friends. You know, but anywho, like I was saying, I was in the lunchroom and Omar would get up and start running and everybody else would get up and start running. They don't even know what they're running for. And some of y'all do that too. If somebody got up right now, wherever you're at right now, just started running. It could be your husband, your children, whatever. You be out there running with them too. So Omar used to run and everybody else would be running. But that's how social media is too. Like if you're a crowd runner, you are always going to be running. But you're not even paying attention as to why you're going over there in the first place. Now, God whooped my behind about that years ago, 2019 to be exact, where he said, listen, I never told you to run over there. I never told you you made that choice in yourself. I told you to go over there for a minute and go right back to doing what I told you to do. You chose to run. Listen, some of us be running in places that we ain't even meant to run to. But if you're a runner, if you're a crowd runner, that's just how it's going to be. Right, y'all? I'm going off into a tangent. Does anybody have any questions? This is a Q&A, success Q&A session. So this is an opportunity for you guys to ask questions if you like. But y'all get the whole story behind what my meaning is that, you know, what God has for you, God has for you. You know, and that statement is beyond true because you know, you got to ask yourself, what do I need to be doing today? You know, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, you know, you may be sitting down and saying, well, I haven't really done anything in my business because everybody else told me that you got to start your business at 4 a.m. Wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and that's where you start your business and whoop-de-whoop. But your start may be at 4 p.m. What are you going to do from 4 p.m. to the time you go to bed? Are you going to spend 2 hours today on your business, just banging it out? Just you sitting down right now, just this very second in this moment and asking me a question, that's you working your business. Just you sitting down and figuring out your dumping list and figuring out what the hell you're supposed to be doing, being and focusing on for this first quarter of 2021, that's you working your business. I spent 2 hours doing this list, y'all. I spent 2 hours doing this list. And then once I'm done, I went over to my nephew. I said, nephew, go find me a staple. And I stapled this right. And I write, nephew. And I write, then I ask you for a staple to bond these pieces. Yes, that's right. Bond these pieces of paper together, and I freaking bonded it. I made myself a little booklet. Let me, amen. No, we don't need you to come over here, honey. Sit down. I need you to come over here. So yeah, I don't like to show the kids on the camera too much. This is live. I don't want no weirdos looking at my people, because I'm black like this, not like this. Don't come over here with that foolishness. Okay, because I backhand you with the dark side of my hair. This side gives you a little bit of sting, but this side will leave some bruises, honey. Now I know not bruises, bruises. Anywho, like I was saying, right? Y'all know I'm crazy. It's like, whatever you got to do it. Entrepreneurship is let me not say that. Entrepreneurship is behavioral. You don't have to have a degree to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be super smart to be an entrepreneur. I was looking at this man video the other day. All he was doing was screaming, and people were sending him cash apps. And don't ask me how much he made, because I don't count other people's money. My mother told me that a long time ago. That is bad luck to count other people's money. So I don't count nobody's money. Hell, I don't know how much money people are making. I know what's in my bank account, and that's all I know. And if you want to know, ain't none of your business. Point blank, period. Because it's bad luck to be counting other people's money. Focus on how much money you can make. See, if you have somebody come along and they give you a good word, count on that. Like my husband was watching a show on Netflix talking about bad pastors. And I know I'm getting off topic here, but I just want to say this. He was watching the show the other day they were talking about Cleftle Dollar and that white boy. What was that white boy name? What that white man named, Jackie, with that big mega church? I call him the happy pastor because he always smiling. You know what I'm saying? He ain't one of those, one of those, in the pulpit pastors. But anyway, all the famous pastors other than T.D. Jakes, they was mentioning on the show. Okay. And they were mentioning Jamal Bryan, but I don't like him. So, I was really like looking at when they went to him, I was like, oh yeah, I believe that. But anyway, they was talking about all these pastors, and most of the pastors was black, and I have an issue with that. Why all the bad ones got to be black? But anyway, they was talking about all these pastors. They were saying, oh, these pastors out there. Yeah, Joel Osteen. Thank you, Jackie. All these pastors out here, they making all this money. They take it from the people. And they showed this video of Cleftle Dollar running over money. Like, I guess, you ever been to the Baptist church and, the pastor be so good that you just run to the altar and you just throw your dollar bills, throw your $20 bills on the altar, like you making it rain, but in the church, So anyway, I'm sitting there watching with my husband. I looked at him. I said, okay, what's the problem? He was like, what are you talking about? They making all this money. They buying airplanes and stuff like that. I say, let me tell you something, how I feel about this whole situation. Now, I do believe that there's bad pastors, just like there's bad doctors, there's bad nurses, there's bad presidents. Okay, there's bad everywhere. But my thing is that if you have a gift, like these men have a gift of conveying the word. You know what I'm saying? They have a gift. T.D. Jakes is great at what he does. Okay. I used to watch Clefel Dollar all the time. You know, when I heard him speak his sermon, he was great. Joel Osteen, great. I read Joel Osteen's book. And don't you feel that you should be paid for your gifts? Who said you shouldn't be paid? And why is it got to be black? Why can't black people make money? I don't understand. Why shouldn't they get paid? It's just like Gary Vaynerchuk and Tony Robinson. Is it Tony Robinson or Tony Robbins? One of the two. Robinson making him black, right? It's probably Robbins, right? But anyway, I seen that man speak in person, Tony Robbins. Okay, they're both motivation speakers, and they get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nobody said nothing. And half the people that he be talking to, they ain't doing none of the stuff that he's telling them to do. So why is it that when these pastors who are gifted at delivering their message, they've grown to the caliber of their gifts to where people are traveling all over the world, celebrities are paying for their advice, and they built these big mega churches? Why are they being called greedy and not living in the word and all these things? So I looked at my husband. I said, so what's the problem? I don't understand. They showing this man running over money. What? First of all, he wasn't. I love how people placate things. Okay. Because I saw that sermon that Clefel Dollar did, that all of a sudden somebody took a clip from that sermon when he was running over the money and they made it seem like he was money hungry. Right. But if you watch the whole sermon, stupid, you would know that he was blessing it. Like he was not blessing it, but he was blessing whoever dropped that donation. Because there's a lot of people dropping donations. Also, I feel that you got a lot of hate. When you're successful, honey, if you don't got a couple of haters, you ain't doing nothing in your business. I have and still have to this day, tons of haters. Okay, tons. I ain't gonna name their names. Okay, tons of haters. Okay, girls talked about me for filth, honey, but anytime I'm still here. Where you? Where you? Where you? Cute. It's cute. It's cute. But I see you, sis. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm gonna get back to my haters in just a second. But what is the issue? That's what I'm trying to say here. And y'all could come up with all these terms and things like that of all, whenever he always talks, his sermon is all about money. And this is but you know, it goes back to what my first point was, is that if you're gifted, why are you hating on somebody else's gift? Oh, Jackie just said something, y'all. She said, why should God's people not prosper? Why shouldn't God's people not prosper? Why should Black women not prosper too? You know, someone made a post, not a post, somebody made a comment. I was watching this. I'm always watching different YouTube videos of other entrepreneurs and stuff. And I was watching this gentleman. He's on YouTube, and you know, he's teaching me how to publish my own book instead of going through a publishing company. But somebody commented in his comment. They were like, if you're Black, you should charge other Black people a discount. How y'all feel about that? I'm listening to how y'all feel about that. How y'all feel about us Black folks discounting each other for our services? And I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel. I want to see what I'm gonna see what the public is saying. Okay. And while y'all doing that, I just need to check how my sound is, because I got this new cord for my mic. So I want to make sure my sound is good. Make sure my sound is good. All right, my sound is good. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about us Black folks? People who Black like this, not like this, should give each other a discount. Jackie just said they're not ready yet. All right, I'm gonna say how I feel about it. I feel like we should not charge each other a discount. What? This is why we're not. This is why we're not elevating. This is why. You know, when I used to work back in corporate, the owner of the not-for-profit that I worked for, his name was Ralph. And Ralph was a boss. He was a white man, honey. He had to been in his 60s or whatever, but Ralph was a boss, and Ralph loved me. Okay, he loved the doll. Okay, he loved all this, girl, in a professional way. In a professional way. Well, honey, if I wasn't married, anyway. So I'm not going to say no tea because this is on YouTube. But anywho, Ralph loved me. We had an amazing relationship. You know, I understood him. He understood me, and it was a great harmony. But I would see how Ralph operated, and that's what really, as a business, in a business environment, it really, I learned a lot. I learned the fact that you charge people full charge, you charge people what you're worth, and you charge full price, and you don't give discounts for your gifts, because when you give people discounts, they don't appreciate it, they don't respect it, they don't honor it, and still, at the end of the day, they're going to talk about you. Like, I had that before, where I would allow certain individuals to come into my community, and they made a lot of money off of my community. I'm not talking about Ashley Ankles. I'm talking about other clients that I had in the past. And, and I look at them now and I'd be like, girl, you on there because of me. Okay. Cause you wasn't making a band in a car. You was selling those $5 trinkets before you knew me. Now you're a coach. Why? Because I taught you, sis. Recognize the queen. Okay. So anywho, as I was saying, I don't feel that we should discount each other because we're black, or because of, we grew up in the same neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You charge a price that you charge everybody else. If you have premium services, you need to charge premium price. We're actually hurting each other when we charge less. So going back to Ralph, he charged people premium price, people who was his color, premium price. And that's why now he has a non-for-profit. And still to this day, he has that non-for-profit. It's because he charges worth. And that's what we should do. So when I see posts like that, like this other girl that I follow, she's also a course creator. She's way ahead of me, honey. She's eons ahead of me. I'm gonna give it up to my sister, honey. And there's not a lot of black girls in my Pacific industry that I follow, because they go to the other side to make money, and I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they start out black like this, right? They start out black like this, right? And hold on, let me give you props here. They start out black like this, and then they become black like this, and then they go as white as my wall, right? I'm gonna say that again. They start out black like this, then they make a little bit of money, they go black like this, and then when they made a lot of money, they come like this. Okay. Okay. So the young lady I'm talking about, she's full black like this. Sometimes she go, okay. So she did an ad on Facebook, and I was looking at the comments, and she's talking about how she made $1 million in 2019, and and she's excited, she's happy, and some ignorant pickaninny comment in the comments, and they were like, so why don't you just offer your services for free for us black girls? She was like, the girl commented, she did this long essay of a comment. She was saying words like, well, you made it, you need to give back to your community, and just you made $1 million. You need to teach us for free how to make $1 million, honey. Just because somebody hops on a social media and said they made millions of dollars doesn't mean that's their take home money. If these little boys, it doesn't mean that is their take home money. Okay. Because revenue and actual take home money is different. And if she made $1 million in 2019, that means that she divvied out probably $2-3 billion into her business to make the $1 million that she's making. It doesn't mean she took home $1 million. This is what the revenue is. And then you got these ignorant black folks. I'm sorry, I gotta say that. That just I'm sorry. I don't if you're a black person and you follow Trump, please unfollow me. I'm sorry. I was listening to this black woman on the radio, and it was a Trump channel, a Trump channel, and she talking about what he has done for America, and I just had to cut her off. Please unfollow. Let me tell you something. You could support whoever you want to support too, but I feel like if you are a black person and you're a Trump supporter, you don't support me. We're not here. We don't see each other. But Jackie said you might help mentor and so on, but no discount. That's right. And Jackie also said stupid. Absolutely, they're stupid. Dumb. Melvin, plug in this ring light for me. I want to step into the light. Step into the light. Yes, but guys, listen, it's like, yeah, so it's what was I talking about? I'm going off to a tangent. So, like I said, guys, yeah, we got to pray for them. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jackie. We have to pray. No, plug it in. Plug it in. You did? Okay. Hit the switch. Hit this. No, turn it. It's a turn switch. Okay. Not no. Dim it down. Dim it down. It's too bright. Now bring it. Bring it. No, now you turned it off. Now. Okay. Bring it over here. Bring it over here in front of me. Sorry, y'all. It's starting to get dark outside, so the natural light is not coming in anymore, and I want y'all to see all this melanin. All of this hey, Sunny, how are you? Sunny, how are you? Yeah, Sunny, if you have a question, uh let me know so I can add you to the screen so you can ask your question. This is Q&A time. So why Sunny, she just popped on the Zoom while she's thinking of a question to ask. Sunny, when you're ready to ask your questions, type in hashtag ready in the chat so I can bring you on the screen. So like I was saying, and since you popped on, Sunny, we were talking about should Black people discount other Black people for their services and things like that. And like I said, my answer is no. My answer is absolute hell no. It is, because how we are to elevate as a community, as a race, if we're always discounting each other, we're not elevating that way. So there's me being in this entrepreneur space for these past 10 years, I have learned a lot. I have fallen flat on my faces at many times. I have, charge your worth, Jackie, totally true. I have fell on my face many a times. I have failed at thousands and thousands and thousands of things. I have tried certain things out, stopped, and then tried other things out. There's a lot that I've gone through these past 10 years. And one thing that I know is true is that you got to focus on the main thing. Don't be a crowd runner. Don't. Just because everybody else is going into certain places or certain arenas and it may work for them, it may not work for you. So you got to stay true to what the plan and the assignment is for you. And you got to put in the work. I can't stress it enough. Like everything I have done these past 10 years was work. It was me staying up to late in the morning. It was me sacrificing having 3-hour conversations with family members and friends over the phone. Like it was work. And it's like, you got to really buckle down and saying, okay, I got, like, one of the things I double down on is building routines. I always tell you guys my 3L follow-up system, which is look up, look back, look through. I wake up in the morning and I focus on who else can I put my business in front of. Then in the afternoon, I focus on my to-do list. And then in the evening, I focus on my clients. It's like I have routines in place. So that way, no matter if I get distracted or take a nap or whatever, I focus on the routines because the work is what pays for itself. You making a goal doesn't pay for anything. It's just you writing a bunch of numbers down on a piece of paper. But what's going to make that goal make it into a reality is the work that you put in. It's like you getting a college degree or you getting a diploma. Why did you get that college degree? How did you get that diploma? You put in work, and it's every day, 5 days a week. You had to show up for class at this time, and then class ended at this time, and then you had to do some work after turning in. You did the work. Then 4 years later, guess what? You got a diploma, you got a degree, you got a certificate. But it all narrowed down to you actually doing the work. And that's point blank, period. So, Sunny, we're going to close out in just a second. Do you have a business related question? I don't want to hop off without answering your question. Like I said, guys, I'm going to be doing these success Q&A sessions about once a week. Thank you, Jackie, for coming up with this. I think this was an amazing idea. So if you're a client of mine, you get to hop on here. You'll be notified via email on when I'm going to be doing these. But yeah, and you're able to come on live and ask your questions, because I get it. Sometimes you have to I'm always available from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Friday. But sometimes you have to ask a question like verbally, and it's hard to explain it when you're typing it up. So I get that. So I'm glad, Jackie, you suggested this. It was an amazing suggestion. But Sunny, do you have any questions, Sunny? I see you on here on Zoom. I want to make sure I'm going to be on here for another like 30 seconds. So let me know if you have any questions. So what's coming up today? What do I have coming up today? Today's Thursday, right? Oh, today I have my list building masterclass. So just if you are a client of mine, my list building master classes are not mandatory meetings. These are just webinars that I do once a week to get new clients into my programs. If you're a course creator, or if you're a service provider, or even if you're in network marketing, you should be doing some type of master class, some type of webinars, because it gets new people looking at your business to get to know who you are and what you do and how you can help them. So you could do so many different levels of classes. Sunny said nothing right now. Finally picked up your message in time. All right, mama. Let's what you got working on though? What are you working on right now? What are you working on right now, sis? But yeah, so they're great. They're awesome. So I'm doing that today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to register for it, go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com, click the free list building masterclass button and get your behind registered. And basically, you know, I do these masterclasses every single week, and they're the same topic, the same slides, because someone asked me, they said, Coach, why when you do your masterclasses, you talk about the same information? You know why? Because when you give people brand new free information every week, you're going to get the broke 99 people who are going to sit there and pick your brain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you keep regurgitating the same stuff all the time to a cold audience, the ones who are like, listen, I need your help, I need more, they're going to be the ones who are going to purchase your course, your service, and your product. But if you're always coming up with something new information, and you're doing it to as a freebie or whatever, you're going to always get those people who are going to constantly be showing up but not paying for anything. Did y'all get that part? How are you expanding, Sunny? Talk about how you're expanding, mama. Talk about it. Sunny said expansion in the comments. How are you expanding, love? What are you doing to expand? But you know, that's why I constantly, every time I do my webinars, it's the same slides, it's the same information. And a lot of times I do the same ones because people will get it the third time. They will get it the second time. They'll probably get it the seventh time. But sometimes when you show people new information all the time, it can in fact overwhelm them. And this is why I told Jackie for her membership community that she will be building in 2021, you got to focus on that one problem that you want to solve. In memberships, if you put the whole kitchen sink in them, those clients are going to get overwhelmed. You fulfill one need, and then that's when that need is fulfilled, those clients, those customers are going to say, well, what else can you do for me? And it's just as simple as that. This is simple, y'all. It's hard. Listen, guys, it's hard, but it's simple at the same time. It's hard, but it's simple at the same time. You just got to stop getting into overwhelm and ask yourself, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? Like, we may think we're doing a lot, but when push comes to shove, we got to really ask ourselves, am I doing enough though? I want y'all to ponder on that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. If you're my client, I will be online for another 30 minutes because I have a call at 5. So if you have any questions, you can group me, message me. You're welcome, Sunny. You can Facebook message me. You can email me. Do whatever it is you gotta do. If you are tuning in on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel, honey. Mama's trying to grow it. But tonight I'm doing my list building masterclass. Tomorrow's Friday. What do I have planned for Friday? Let me check, honey. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live in my tribe. In my list, if you're not part of my list building mastermind Facebook group, Make sure you find that on Facebook and subscribe because I'm going to be relaunching that group and doing a little mini show in there. What we're going to be talking about on my mini show. Hold on, I wrote it down. See, I'm writing it. I'm writing things down, y'all. Y'all got to write things down and make it plain. Yes, right. And get it in your head so it can stay in your head. All right, let me get y'all the topic. I knows Mama wrote it down. I knows it because I knows it. Yes. So inside my tribe, I'm really going to be talking about email marketing trends. So Sunny, you're not a part of my email marketing membership club, so you need to join it because it's amazing. Hey, Tessie, how are you, Tessie? Tessie, do you have a question? Because I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you, Sunny. This is actually what is this? This started out as a skirt that I made into a head tie. I brought this on Jamaica Avenue. If you are from New York, if you have ever lived in New York, everyone knows what Jamaica Avenue is if you live in Queens. But I bought this for like $2 on Jamaica Avenue, and it started out as a skirt, and I made it into a wrap, a head wrap, honey, because I can't, as a skirt, Mama can't fit it anymore. Okay, no worries, Tessie. No worries at all. No worries at all. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to be talking about really email marketing trends tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time inside of my tribe. If you're not part of my tribe, just go to Facebook and type in List Building Mastermind. Okay. Community. I think it's called that. Matter of fact, let me find it for y'all and I'll just put it in the chat and y'all could so I know what's gonna happen, y'all. Y'all know how black folks are like, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna go and find it, and y'all get distracted, and then you know, then you're like, Coach, do you got the, do you know, yeah, it's called Let's Build a Mastermind Community, and I'm gonna pull the link up. And what we're going to be talking about tomorrow at 5 is list building trends, all the top trends out there. If those of y'all who are, and listen, y'all, you're not expanding if you don't have an email list. I don't care what your sponsor told you. I don't care what other coaches tell you. If you don't got an email list, okay, do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? I'm going to say this again. If you don't have an email list, you are not growing and you are not expanding. Forget about the word because you're not doing it if you don't have a list. You got to have an email list. Followers is not expansion. Likes, comments, shares, those are not expansion. That's not what expansion is. Okay. Building that email list, that is your owned space. That is your territory. That's where your core audience is going to be playing at. And that's what you need to be focusing on. So if you're struggling with building your email list, you need to get inside of my Patreon community. Okay. My Patreon community is patreon.com/Letitia Campbell. I'm going to put in the chat right now. And that's all we talk about is list building every single week. My Facebook group, my list building mastermind Facebook group, all we talk about is trends in there. I'm not giving out any strategy at all in there. So don't hop up in there that you want to pick my brain, honey, because you might get cussed out. But inside of my Patreon community, and Jackie, do not join that community because Jackie, you are a SSA client. So you already get all this content because you're already a private client. But Sunny, Tessie, you two ladies are not in that community, so you need to join it because that's where I go over an extension of email marketing stuff. And also these upcoming weeks, I'm going to be going over how to use my email templates. This is going to be inside my Patreon and to my SSA clients. How to create an opt-in page, how to automate your email lists, how to create contact lists, how to create a custom landing page, how to edit contacts, how to integrate with ClickFunnels, how to create an email, how to actually just create an email, how to handle your reports, email mapping, intros, bios, and pivoting. And there's going to be a bunch of other stuff. This is just a running list I did of content that I already have that I'm going to be training you guys on. So patreon.com/Letitia Campbell. I'm going to pop over here onto YouTube and add it here. Where did my YouTube feed go? Oh, it's over here. My bad. Okay. And it's only $25 a month to be part of my Patreon. Girl, it's just $25 a month. Girl, please don't listen. Don't come at me with the foolishness, y'all. Somebody asked me, well, can you explain more in detail? Girl, listen. I said, girl, if you don't get out of my inbox, I'm not, y'all, some of y'all drive me crazy with the questions. Oh, I need more detail, more information. Can I call you? No. What we need to talk about? What we need to talk about $25 for? What's there to talk about? You just gave your man $50. You don't even know what he gonna be doing with that. You just gave your daughter $100, and you know damn well she ain't gonna spend all the money on books with $100. You just gave somebody $30 for gas. Please, I'm not gonna say no more. Don't. I'm not getting on no phone call, no Zoom to talk about $25 a month. I was not doing it. Not in this season, y'all. Not in 2021. I may have done that though in 2020. Okay. But I ain't doing it in 2021. Now, 7,500, yeah, we can get on the Zoom and talk about that. Okay. My SSA, if you like, oh, I want to learn more about SSA, how do I join? I hear you talk about all-time coach. I'll get on a call. We talk about that. But $25, I is not getting on a call with anybody. I'm not getting on a Zoom call or a Facebook Messenger call. It's not going to happen. Get inside and get captivated and dominate and grow your list. You're not expanding. I'm going to say this again. You're not expanding if you're not building an email list. You're just not. Y'all need to treat your email list subscription like your cable bill. No, not like your cable. Y'all can do without watching cable. Y'all need to treat your email list subscription like your light bill, because you need lights on. If you don't pay, if you can't pay for nothing else for the month, make sure that your email subscription stays cut on. Because you will always make money off of your list. Always make monies off of your list. Hands down. Truth will tell you, I just gave her a spreadsheet of 800 email subscribers that I needed her to follow up with. Say, girl, I need you to follow up with these people. Mamas ain't got times right now. Okay. Don't play around with y'all money. Don't play around with y'all abundance, honey. Real tea. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all with that note. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Jackie, for suggesting this. This was a great suggestion. I know this was a Q&A conversation, but I really, got out some great tips for you guys that I hope you guys use and leverage. I will be doing this about once a week. So I hope you guys tune in, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Get out there and dominate, and let's do this. Bye, guys. You're welcome, Jackie. Jackie. You don't have to put on the red light. This is and you don't have to do the next. You don't have to put on the red light. Okay, that's it. Child, y'all can sing, right? I can sing, right? Y'all know your coach got a little, she got a little Bittersweet memory. That is okay. Let me not go there. I can't do the Whitney songs though. Whitney was like, listen, I ain't gonna do the Whitney song. What happened? Oh, you thought I was screaming? Oh, okay. I was screaming. I was singing one day, and one of my kids came in the room. They were like, "Mom, who you yelling at?" I'm like, I wasn't yelling at nobody. I was just singing. Like, are y'all trying to throw shade? Like, what's the tea? Are y'all trying to throw shade? Okay.